Hello there guys, my name is Jay or Gimpy Dwarf and welcome back to another Space Engineers update video. Now today they've released only a few things today, but they will make the game a lot more workable, especially for me, because we can now use weapons through rotors, which is in my eyes absolutely amazing, because now my wing turret designs work, which is just spectacular. But a bigger thing that they've added to the game is also the ability to hotbar things, so you can basically hotbar movements for your ships, and when you select them it will move and things like that, so they actually become buttons when you're in, like, you know, a ship and stuff. So those can be really handy for making like production lines and stuff, and of course when you're making ships and flying ships. So I'm going to go into a world where I've got a few examples put out there for you guys, and I'll see you guys in a second. Okay, so I've made some examples. My god, what was that? And basically these are the two examples I can really think of at the moment, but you know, we'll see what happens. So you've got yourself a small ship, as you do, and you've got a machine gun right now, and you want to make that rotate while you're moving and shoot. So basically what I've done is, if I hit G, you'll come up with this menu, and what this menu allows you to do is basically select items and groups from your inventory or control panel that have features attached to them. So these can be doors, these can be whatever on large ships and small ships and stations. So you've got thrusters, so you can make the thrusters activate whenever you want them to. And basically, say with this battery for instance, I drag this battery and I want to either toggle block on or off, or toggle the recharge on and off. So I can do this really easily. So I can click that, and basically that toggles if it's going to recharge or not. So currently it's set to nothing, but if I hit the corresponding key, so 6, it should activate. But is it turned off in the first place? That is the question. Battery. There we go. So as you see there, it's green, but then when I go 6, it automatically sets itself to recharge. So what you can do is, if you are sort of running low on battery and whatnot, you can instantly turn your, if you're running low on power basically, and you need some an extra sort of boost to your power resources, or you know, put all like energy to the thrusters or whatnot, you can literally just toggle a button now and turn it on and off. If you have all your batteries in a group, you can do the same thing. And to get rid of these, you literally right click and go remove toolbar. So it is classed a toolbar, and again it's everything that is on the ship is pretty much compatible with this. Even your ejectors and connectors, rotors, pistons, cockpits, wheels as well, they work. I tried that earlier. But say with this gun I want it to rotate, I've set up a few things that will allow me to do this. If I go G again, I have one that turns on and off, I have one that increases the velocity, it states what velocity it's at the moment, and then I have one that decreases the velocity, and then one that basically reverses the rotation of the actual gun. So if I face this way, away from everything else, as you can see, guns now fire through rotors, which is brilliant. That's the same for rocket launchers as well. But what I want to do is I want to say decrease the velocity, so as you can see it is moving, so I can increase and decrease the velocity up and down, so 3 and 4 on mine, and I can also reverse the way it's rotating. Now this doesn't really have a picture, so you just have to kind of remember which way it's facing, but if I now turn it on and increase the velocity one way, I can now fire as it's rotating. I can also stop it. That's of course if you have the braking torque all the way up. Well, actually I will now shoot myself in the face. So if I then allow it, if I just tilt myself straight, if I then allow it to go again, it will rotate round and I can fire as normal. As you can see, I did just shoot my own ship. That is a slight issue, but of course I can make this go as fast or as slow as I want. So I can just keep increasing the velocity until I get to 60, and then when I did this, it's like as you can see, the rotor doesn't like that very much, and yeah, that's ooh. But as you see, this can come really handy. So if I want to just slow that down a bit, So just slow that down a bit by well, actually turn it all the way off. So basically what I want to do is I want to start attacking a ship. So let's fly over here and I'll show it off a bit more. So I fly over here, I need to attack that ship, and I'm going to do it side on. So what I want to do is I want to select this to be on the side gun, and basically I can fly past and just shoot everything in my path and basically drive by without having to look directly at the ship, which is brilliant. Of course your target reticle does not follow this, but it works really well. And if I want to reverse this and go 5, then go 2, oh no, reverse again, okay, and go 2, there we go. So, you know, you can do this and then make them your forward facing guns at the end, or you can make them fold out, which is something I'm looking forward to doing, making stuff fold out of ships, and being able to do that by just hitting a few buttons on the toolbar rather than going into the control panel. So I'm just going to land this somewhere, or crash it, either one. So let's just drop him down. There we go. And turn your forward out. There we go. So, next example is this. Basically what I want to do is I want to extend this piston and extend that piston to attach this landing gear to the ship, have it on auto lock so it just attaches instantly, and then basically be able to swivel it around and bring it down. So let's give this a try without having, you know, without having time to practice. So what we want first is we want the landing gear, and we want to switch auto lock on or off. Then what we want to do is we want to extend a piston. Now we have two pistons. You have piston 1, which is the one on the bottom. You have piston, oh, that's weird. Let me just access the control panel from here. I've always been noticing stuff like this, that pistons don't actually name correctly. So this will be piston 1, and that will be piston 2. There we go. So if I come back into here and go look up and go G, I can there go piston 1 or piston 2. It renames as you name them, so it's really cool like that. So what I want to do with this is I want to basically what I want to do is I want it. What do I want to do? I want to reverse, and then what I want to do is I want to increase maximal distance. Yeah. So I want to increase the maximal distance, which is already set to 10 meters. I might want to decrease as well, but you can basically have presets, which is another thing. So if I go through this, you have a 1, 2, 3, 4 on your toolbar. You can basically flick through different presets of different tools. So if you have like stuff for the mining area, you can have all the mining stuff put to one side, and you can basically control all that from one station, which is absolutely amazing. You don't even have to be there to do a lot of it. So next I want to do is I want to make the second piston extend. So I want to reverse this one, and I then want to decrease the maximal distance because I'm unsure how far this will go. I may want to do that with number 3 as well. So increase maximal distance or decrease. I'll go for decrease on both, so let's get rid of this one and put that one back in as a decrease. So there we go. Then what I want to do is I want to make the rotor turn. So I want to increase the velocity and put a decrease on as well. Decrease velocity. And then what I want to do is I want to have a toggle on off and a reverse. So I've got all that. Of course I can go through each preset and add more things if I wanted, so I could have had a preset just for that one piston control, another preset for the second one, but that could probably complicate things. It's better to have things you actually are going to use. So if I hit 1, it'll toggle the auto lock, which will turn on and off. Then if I go 3, which will decrease my maximal distance. You have to kind of spam it a little bit in all fairness. And then if I go reverse, as you can see it's lifting up on its own. This is so cool. I feel like I have so much power. If I keep increasing this and oh no, that's the wrong one. I've decreased it too much now, so I need another control. So if I go That's piston reverse, that's piston reverse. So what I really want to do is I want to increase maximal distance now. So I've got to change it on here because I haven't put the presets correctly. But let's increase this so it can go so high. So let's actually respond now really well to changing instantly on the actual view. So now if I set number 4 to just increase, this is set to the full 10 meters because, you know, as you can see that's increasing, and it will lock onto this because it's set to auto lock. It should do, or it should at least reach, hopefully. Please reach. Still got a third one to come out, hasn't it? Yeah. I don't think I'm going to reach this. Where am I? Ah, look at that, I didn't reach. So, oh, you arrogant son of a bitch. So if I were to move the ship over, say I did catch onto this ship, it's locked on now. So, that's changed the status of that block to be on lock mode now. But what I want to do now is I want to go... I want to increase the velocity so it's 6, and I can increase it to as fast as I want, and then I want to turn off. So there we go. So if I'd actually increased the braking torque of that, it would have stopped instantly, but you may not want that. And then what I can do is I can reverse that piston to pull in this ship. It's actually going to be really cool for sort of grapple systems. With salvage ships, you can have like a bunch of presets for salvaging, so you can have the arms that pop out, pick up the ship, pull them towards you and grind. That may be something that somebody should work on, maybe myself, but that's of course if I've got the time. But that's basically the update for today. They've added nothing much. I need to check if they've managed to fix rotors and the distancing on them, because currently it is broken. So, currently as in, so if I go K and then come down to these rotors here, the newly placed rotors, if I go displacement, that one should be knocked all the way down to the minimal. That one should be knocked down all the way to just 0. I don't know if it's something I'm doing wrong or something other people are doing wrong or both, but the issue we've been finding is they don't actually change in heights. I don't know if this is just me or multiple people, but they don't change in heights like they actually showed on the video, which is a bit weird. But that's basically my examples and demonstrations of the new update. So if you guys have enjoyed this video, please like, favourite and of course subscribe for more. Button will be at the end, and I'll see you guys later. Peace!